My parents warned me not to look out the window at night. I just discovered the horrifying reason why. My parents warned me not to look out the window at night. I just discovered the horrifying reason why. When I was a kid, my parents had one rule that they never explained. Don't look out the window at night. Not don't open it, not don't leave it unlocked. Just don't look. It started when I was around 6. At first I thought it was a joke, like how parents tell kids that eating watermelon seeds will make a vine grow in their stomachs. But every time the sun went down, my mom would remind me, her voice tight with something I couldn't understand back then. My dad even nailed the curtains shut when I was 10, after I told them I was tempted to peek. I obeyed. Mostly. But last night at 26 years old, staying at my childhood home for a visit, I finally broke the rule. And now I wish I hadn't. It started with a tap, a soft, rhythmic sound against the glass. I was in bed half asleep when I heard it. It wasn't the wind. It wasn't a tree branch. It was too deliberate. I told myself it was just my imagination, but then it came again. Tap, tap, tap. My stomach twisted. The house was silent, my parents long asleep in their room down the hall. The memory of their warnings echoed in my head. But I was an adult now. I wasn't going to be scared of a stupid childhood rule. I pulled off the covers and crept to the window, heart hammering. The curtains were still nailed shut, but age had loosened them just enough for me to slip my fingers through and pry them apart. And that's when I saw it. At first I didn't understand what I was looking at. My window faced the backyard, where nothing but an old, overgrown garden lay beneath the pale glow of the moon. But there was something else, too. Something standing right outside. Someone. No, not someone. The figure was tall, too tall. Its limbs were elongated, stretched unnaturally, its fingers long enough to scrape against the glass. But its face, God, its face. It was me. My own reflection, but wrong. The features were just slightly distorted, the mouth stretched into an unnatural grin, the eyes black, bottomless pits. And it was looking right at me. My breath hitched. My legs refused to move. Then it waved, a slow, deliberate motion. And then it mouthed something. I couldn't hear it, but I knew what it was saying. I see you. The tapping resumed, faster now, harder. Tap, 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 tap. I stumbled backward, my body finally kicking into action. I tore my gaze away and bolted out of the room, slamming the door behind me. My parents' door was already open. They were awake. They knew. My mom grabbed my arm, her face pale. My dad was already hammering the curtains shut again, muttering under his breath. You looked, didn't you? My mom whispered, her grip trembling. I couldn't speak. She pulled me into the hallway and closed my door behind her. It's okay, she said, though her voice shook. You just can't look again, no matter what you hear, no matter what it says. I wanted to ask. I wanted to demand answers. But then I heard it, from the other side of my bedroom door. A voice. My voice. Soft. Playful. I see you. And then the doorknob started to turn.